Good morning. Good morning. This is a test. Just making sure you can hear me. Can everybody hear me clearly? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. This is a test. Just making sure you can hear me. Good morning. We just on here this morning, doing a live Q&A for you guys. Just wanted to hop on, and I wanted to spend some more time on here with live, man. I was getting a lot of good feedback before. I don't know why I stopped, but we're gonna get it back going again. So I'm looking forward to helping you guys out the best way I can. If you got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and I'll answer them live here. What you see on the screen is a slide from the slide from the cohort training. So just one of the slides from the weekly trainings that we do. So just wanted to put something up there, some kind of visual, and then also answer questions about the cohort if there are any. So feel free to post your comments below while we're live. I'll be on here for a while. I don't know what happened yesterday or the day before Friday. I think I was live and it just shut off. Like the connection, Facebook just ended the live on its own. So I apologize for that. Um, try to see if I can stay on for at least an hour this morning. Hang out with you guys. So like I said, just feel free to post your questions below if there are any, and I'll see how best we can get you a detailed, concise answer. Good morning. Good morning. She's who's this? Denise. How you doing, Denise? So when it comes to independent living, there's usually not a lot of regulation. So when you're saying so do you happen to have forms for independent living facilities like rules, application packets? It's usually catered around an actual home assisted living because most states don't require uh, a license or there's not like a license or any it's not regulated usually. So when you're asking for the rules, it's state by state, but most states that I've encountered have no they don't regulate independent living. It's more like just like a tenant landlord type agreement because um, there's no medical services being rendered. So, when it comes to recruiting residents for your assisted living or your independent living, no different than assisted living. Just, I mean, it can be a little different because the people are a little younger and they in better health most of the time. So you're not necessarily recruiting people out of rehabs and things like that. You're just, putting the information out in the general community, you know, through like your referral networks and stuff like that. And they do have like agencies that also assist with um like referral agencies like a place for a mom. What's the other one? Um, care. What's it called? One second, I'm trying to remember what's it called. It's another good one. Um, it's just like a place for mom, but they they place people as well, but they're not as expensive as a place for mom. Care Patrol. So Care Patrol and the place for mom is a good place to start for getting actual residents into your assisted living, your independent living community. And how we structure independent living is simply we don't provide any medical care, so you don't need any aides or any medical staff. We provide five meals a day, two snacks, light housekeeping, and transportation. And well, like not light housekeeping throughout the resident, making up their beds, laundry, and stuff like that. And then they're pretty much and then we provide transportation, so they're pretty much on their own from that point. Um, we don't provide any medical services, so there's no medical staff, there's no nurses or anything like that. And then obviously we don't charge. It's not the same pay or rates either. So for assisted living, I mean independent living versus assisted living, but some of the same concepts are there, and you can use, you can modify your contracts and stuff like that to fit independent living. Yeah, but it's usually not regulated, so there's no um so I don't have like the rules and regulations because there aren't any in my state, in any state that I've encountered. Hopefully that helps you. Denise, were you able to hear me, Denise? Okay, great. Thank you. You're welcome. So you might want to look at the senior care business bundle on the website if you don't have it, and that'll have everything you need for assisted living and home care. And you can definitely modify those contracts and those agreements and those different, even the policies and procedures. You could just modify, take all the medical stuff out, and just use it for your assisted living, your independent living. And you've probably been struggling to find. Usually, when you're struggling to find the rules to something, there aren't any. I learned that early on because I used to be, trying to figure out different things, and you think that everything is regulated, but it's just not. Independent living is one of those things that you don't need a licensed nurse, or it's not as specific or detailed as assisted living. And excuse me, I keep getting it mixed up. I'm trying not to say the wrong thing. Independent living, assisted living, independent living, similar but totally different. And you have like a menu, you have a transportation schedule, and then they can also, they can make appointments for transportation. You can, they can make your if they have appointments and stuff like that, and they want to go certain places throughout the day. We provide transportation, um, stuff like that. Take them on little outings and things. Yeah. So thanks. Great question. Thanks for checking us out. And we also have a business planner and a new business planner out if you've seen it on the website. And then also that's very helpful for building your referral network and just staying organized and getting your business off the ground. There's a lot of business information in there. And then the cohort, which you see this slide up here, it's about the cohort. These are the weekly training slides that we cover. Let me see if I can get to the next one here. Okay. Here's some of the things that we're gonna cover. Oh, the book is go to allenchain.com. Let me post the link here to the book. The book is on the website. It's called the Ultimate Business Planner. Hold on. Senior Care Business Planner. See if I can get you the direct link here. I posted the link there in the chat, so you should be able to see the link to the book in the chat. Yeah, no problem. Thanks again. So this slide that you see here on the screen is the state licensee directory and how I use this. Um, I use this so like each one of these tabs. So like adult medical daycare centers, adult assisted living programs, assisted living referrals, birth not birthing centers, but cosmetic surgery facilities. So like if you go down, you'll see home health, home care staff agencies, hospices, hospital laboratories, hospital long-term care facilities. So like all of these, all of these places are great to for helping you establish your referral network. So what we do is we go in there. So if you can see, it says Excel, PDF, and Word. So you can download those directories. So those are all the licensed facilities in my state. All the nursing home, rehab centers, adult daycare centers, everywhere in my state, every facility that's licensed in my state to take care, that has something to do with seniors, um, and taking, geriatrics, they go on our list. And what we do with that list, once we create that list, we put it into a database. And on the other side, if you see where it says Allegheny County, this is a assisted living. So this is just the start of a list of probably over 1,000 assisted livings in the state of Maryland. But I'll just target the counties, the states, the counties and the cities that I particularly choose. I like, and we go in there, we pull out all the county addresses, you get the address, the name of the company, the name of the organization. You get the address, and you get the phone number. And with that information, we call. Then we get the email. Then we figure out who the director is, or the person that we need to talk to, the decision makers. And then we begin the meaningful relationship development process. It's a lot of this stuff is explained in the book that I just post. It's designed for this particular strategy. But then also this slide that you're seeing, this is the part of the teaching that we teach weekly on the cohort, the done with you cohort, and within the done for you cohort. So I'll get that information out of these, off of this free public list. Pull all the email, all the information off of there, put it in a separate spreadsheet, and then I can upload it into any format, any place that I need it, like any CRM, customer relationship management software. So I put it in my CRM, and then that's like Zoho or Access Care or whatever software service that you're going to use. And then also I use it for road warriors. When I'm uploading the addresses, just the addresses themselves, we put it in road warriors, and then I can give it to my community liaison, and then she has road warriors on her app. And then what it'll do is it'll give her, we give her 25 to 30 locations to hit every week. And on road warriors, it allows you to, route create the route that's more, the most effective, the most efficient route. So you're not driving all around the city. It's a mapping, like a logistical app that people use so they can go from one destination to the next. So if you have a list of addresses, or a list of like 20 stops on a list, and you don't know which is closer, which way to go first, and go the best route, you put it in this app, and they give you the best route. So you're not driving in circles, you're not backtracking and things like that. You go like that. So that's the way. That's what I use this for. Some of the ways that I use this information, but it's just a free. And believe it or not, the majority of the marketing, the majority people think that you gotta spend millions and millions of dollars to get clients. And this strategy right here is fairly inexpensive because it's almost free. Because you're getting the information. Once you get the information, the locations, then you just start you start introducing yourself and start developing the actual relationship. But it's a great start. It's a great place to start your developing your resource, your referral network. So we do postcards, newsletters, a market. We have a whole marketing folder, and within that marketing folder, you get what we put in there. So when we go to these facilities, what we put in the folder is letters of recommendation. You try to get at least 5 strong letters of recommendation on professional letterhead. So what does that mean? I'm not just going to have a letter. It's just not going to be something that some random piece of paper that I got a referral on, and I'm telling, and it's a letter of recommendation. It's going to be whoever that family is or whoever that professional is. wherever they work at or whatever their business is, I want to, get their company information, their information, and then a letter of recommendation on their company letterhead, their professional letterhead. Usually, the people that you deal with are going to be professionals on some level. Either they're going to own their own businesses or they're going to have, jobs and stuff like that where they have titles, and obviously they're going to be able to use their letterhead. And that's what you want to get. You want to try to get at least. This is what I like to have on my in my marketing folder when we go to these different facilities. You want a copy of your license. You want your insurance. Some copies of your, these are copies, right? You're not giving them, your actual stuff. So a copy of your license, copy of all your insurance, your bond and things like that, and then also have some sample contract of what a standard contract look like for a family, a contract that you have with a facility, and then like a live-in contract if you have. So just the different services that you offer, you want to make sure that you have the contracts available, brochures, business cards, and then also we put a newsletter in that folder. So that's kind of like the basics that we put in the marketing folder. But and then you could just put anything, anything else that's relevant. And then there's like a letter. We have a letter, a reference letter. I mean, a referral letter, like a thank you letter, welcome letter, or intro letter in there as well from our company. So, and all that stuff, all of those different documents can be found in our packages. So, if you have the Ultimate Business Bundle or the Business in the Box, you'll be able to access all of those documents for your marketing folder. And then we have a list of services as well. So a list of services that we offer as well in that folder too. And then you also might want to think about getting brochure racks where you could put the cards and the business. You can put the brochures and the cards on one rack. It's like a little plastic rack um, that you could buy and drop them off at your facilities as well. Yeah, you had the business in the box. So the majority of those documents are in there. You can just check out marketing, go to your marketing folder in your business in the box, and you'll see a lot of that stuff in there that you can use, like the reference, the letters, referral letters, and your facility contracts, your different contracts, your uh, standard contracts, and everything that you'll need to interact with the facility, and letting them know who you are and what your business offers, services you're trying to provide their residents or their patrons, however, whatever, because it's different types of facilities that you're going to be contacting. Rehabs, daycare centers, stuff like that. Cher, have you thought about joining the cohort, the 6 month cohort? Or and have you checked out the book, the new book, the new planner, the business planner? Getting a lot of good reviews on that. A lot of people loving that. Think you can almost get it overnight. Yeah, direct mail is tough. It's not what it used to be. You just gotta think about how you interact with mail. Do you how many services? When the last time you spent money on with a service that sent you direct mail? When did you consider using them as a cert for services? And if you can't honestly say that it works for you, its chances are it's a highly likely chance that it's not going to work in your marketing. If it's not, it's something that you wouldn't even engage yourself. That's kind of how I look at it. Like if it ain't gonna work on me, I'm not gonna try to get somebody else to um, try it on nobody else. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, it's on the website. Everything is right there. And direct mail, um, And I mean, it's taking it to, it's almost the same thing, but you just actually putting it in their hand. You're putting it in the right person's hand. You're not just direct mail, just like you're trying to blast it. Now, once the relationships are developed, you can send mail and feel comfortable feeling sending mail because it's going to directly to an actual person. So once you develop like the actual relationship with the decision makers at each facility, you do want to start sending mails, postcards, holiday cards, birthday cards, just to stay on their radar. But that's after direct mail, after the relationships have already been established. Oh, and there's a discount code on the page. Let me put it's a discount code that you guys can use. Care, I forgot discount code care 22. Yep, yeah, we put everything in the folder to go over with them. Yeah, we sit there. That's kind of like the that's at the center, and then we just, let them check that stuff out, check out our letters of references, our recommendations, go over some of the basics of our, company while you're introducing yourself. You're introducing yourself and your company to them. Yeah, the code is for the whole website, so you could get the discount on the entire website with that code, for the day today. Yeah, you can use that code for the planner and anything else on the website. You can even get half off the cohort if you use that discount code today. Yeah, great. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, this is a book that I part of the required reading. that I think everybody should read if you plan on thinking about being an entrepreneur, if you've been an entrepreneur and you just want to take it to the next level. This is a great book for that. So I suggest you check it out. Um, Great book. Yeah, I just wanted to come on today and do some Q&A. I haven't done no Q&A in a while, so I want to do some Q&A with you guys. Thanks for stopping by, asking some great questions. It's really beneficial to everybody. So they could use it. It's a lot of different forms of payment that they could use. Private pay. They can get Medicare, Medicaid can pay for it. Private insurance, and then in a lot of states they have like state programs, county programs, city programs that also can help fund it. So if you're in an area where um, it's going to your a lot of your clients are going to need assistance, I would look into like different ways that they can different things that are available to them in the community, whether that's different state programs, like I said, county programs, and then also government programs like Medicaid and stuff like that. So it's not just private pay for assisted living. Those are um, usually the private pay families. They end up paying more. Definitely, they can afford to pay more, but they're kind of harder to find. The families they're gonna do private pay, but I would suggest doing, opening. If you're gonna open up, make all of different ways to receive payment available to yourself. Don't just lock yourself into one way in the beginning. You said while they're in assisted living. What do you mean? You didn't you didn't know that they can get use other forms of payment? You thought it was all private pay? these are some of the documentations here up on the screen. Some of the things that you want to make sure that your caregivers have when you're recruiting, um, starting your recruiting process. The application, obviously, employment application, the consent for drug and alcohol screening, employee consent for reference check, employee agreement. That's very important, so they don't circumvent you and try to get your clients and stuff like that. Uh, that's for the employee automobile insurance confirmation. Important, especially if they're going to be driving your clients around. Um, confidential employee confidentiality agreement, employee profile, job descriptions, reference check form. I got that on there twice. Oh no, that's different. The reference check and then the employee background check, employee consent, employer reference check, and then the interview for employment, and then the privacy code of conduct. Those are some of the documents that you want to have when you're starting your recruiting process and going into interviews and stuff like that with your new caregivers. This is another book that I suggest you reading if you plan on having employees. This is another great book about management. Um, just being a good employer, being a good employer. It's a skill set. It's nothing that you just gonna know. You have to get trained and start that process of learning how to be a good boss or a good employer. One second. Be right back. Here's a slide about when we cover the meaningful relationship development uh, strategy, system, or program, whatever you want to call it. Um, but it's very important to the growth, long term growth, and sustainability of your home care service or your assisted living. Um, you definitely want to be able to develop those relationships early on, so you don't got to go back. And then the more people to know what you're doing, the better chances you're going to get, leads in the long run. Because these relationships, they may not yield anything in the beginning early, but as time goes by and people know that you're still available and you've been consistent to giving care and uh, in the business, in the industry, your time will come with these different referral sources. So it's just having, developing those great relationships and staying on top of them, and deepening them. Even a lot of people get stuck on like surface level relationships when they're building these, developing their referral sources. But the person who does great is the people who do great are the ones that deepen those relationships, really get to know these people, the social workers, the discharge planners, the discharge people in these different organizations. One or two of the right social workers or the right discharge planners can change everything for both of your businesses, for any senior care business, because they have the keys to the kingdom if they can just constantly send you leads. And that's what you want to create. And again, this isn't anything that's going to cost you a whole lot of money up front. It's just being a good person, knowing how to communicate, knowing how to build relationships, knowing how to listen and create different programs or opportunities for you to be helpful for them in their job. That's what it's really all about, making their job easier. And the more you could do that, the better you could do that, the more you'll get paid. It's just as simple as that. Each facility is different. We have some contracts in the business in a box that you can modify to the different facilities that you're going to be working with. The one that's in the business in the box is for assisted livings. But if there's anything different, and the way the contract usually is, it's not like an exclusive contract or anything like that. It's just stating not. It's just stating what your company's going to be offering, what you're going to be looking to do with that particular facility, and how you're gonna, what that relationship is gonna look like. But it's not anything exclusive, like they can only hire your caregivers or anything like that, or you can only work with them. It's nothing exclusive. It's just outlining, you know, what the expectations are on both ends. So you could definitely, you had a business in a box, you have that stuff, and it's crazy because a lot of people have this stuff and they don't know they got it in the business in the box. It's a really detailed product. Yeah, you just modify it to the different facilities, like I was saying. You just can change it to whatever facility or whatever agency or facility you're gonna be working with. It's easily to be easily modified. Because I mean, they're different type of facilities. So adult daycare center, they won't need you to. You won't be going to the actual facility. You'll be. They'll be sending you people that they may feel like can use your services, or a rehab facility. Chances are you won't be going into those facilities. But assisted living, you will possibly be going into that facility, to those facilities. So there's different needs and requirements per different organization that you're communicating with. The needs are going to be different, so it's good to have like a generic version that you can modify for each situation, and you have that. Sherry, take a look at the cohort. I let her have you in our weekly groups. Using the discount code, you get in half off in the 6 months, one-on-one and group training. Got some really exciting owners in the program. We got some people who own franchises, some people who own facilities, some operators who own both. So it's a great opportunity to network with some people who are actually on the ground, boots on the ground in the trenches right now doing the business, not just theorizing or talking about what they used to do or what they think they should do, but people who really are out here making it happen and living and thriving off of senior care money, not just talking about it on the internet. You got to be careful. A lot of these coaches and different mentors and before we started coaching, there was nobody out here, but now they got like they a lot of people bought our products and then just rebranded them, and now they're coaching. But it's like, did you ever start a home care service, or are you just a coach? You know what I mean? So you just want to make sure, like, the majority of my money still comes from home care. You know, still after all these years, home care is the most lucrative. business that I have that I'm involved in. It's always been home care. Assisted living, it's even because I mean, assisted living is limited to how many beds you got. So if you don't buy another house and or expand the property that you already have, you gotta wait until you can buy another house to get more income, to get more residents. But home care, you can get as many clients as you can convert, and that's the luxury of doing both. Why I always suggest people do both, because a lot of people they just come into it thinking that they should just do assisted living. But I'm like, once you got all the beds full, then what? That's where your income stops, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to upsell residents that you already got, trying to get them, to pay extra for, little stuff like a lot of people do. But I don't feel like, in a little smaller facilities like the boutique style residential assisted livings, I'm not trying to upsell anybody. I'm not trying to, have hidden fees and all that. You want, people to pay for what they need, and that's it. The price is the price. So with that, you can't really go up. You can't really scale, I should say. What I was doing. Good stuff, Sherry. Good stuff. Appreciate y'all checking me out today. These are the top referral sources here. You got your hospital discharge planners. You definitely want to get your marketing kit and get into those hospitals. Most hospitals got a marketing department, so when you go to the hospital, you can't just walk in there and start passing out cards and stuff. You have to go through their marketing department. So you go through the marketing department, and then you tell them what you're trying to do and what your services are, and then they direct you, and they tell you exactly how to interact with the hospital. Um, home health agencies are good for home care agencies, and then also a good referral source, believe it or not, for home care and assisted living, hospices. You just want to make sure that you're in communication with them. They know you exist. Um, skilled nursing facilities, definitely. Assisted livings, obviously, adult daycare centers, department of aging, case managers, rehabilitation facilities, and social workers. These are the people that you want to, you know, get those folders to and get out in front of when you're building your referral network. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna jump off of here. Thanks for hanging out, and hopefully this information was beneficial for you. And looking forward to seeing you guys in the program in the cohort.